What's up, everybody? John Pearl here. Happy Friday. I want to talk today about fitness and maintaining a healthy lifestyle because it's easy to fall out of that, especially if you are a parent, especially if you work a lot, especially if you are trying to build something, side hustle. If you don't have a lot of free time, it's easy to slip out from those good habits and into bad habits. Bad habits seem much easier to slip into than the good habits. Although, if you make it a priority and you switch up a few things in your life, make some small changes, and stay focused on those, then it is not as hard. And I'm probably not telling you anything you don't already know, but recently I realized. So honestly, what happened is I was outside with my kids in the backyard, and my wife took a picture of me with my baby Mackie, and I had my shirt off. And then I saw the picture, and I was just like, "Oh my god, what has happened to me?" And that was when I decided that I needed to make a few changes. So, a little bit of background about me: for a long time, for the majority of my time in college and up until about 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, I was in the Army National Guard. And it was always my goal to become a Green Beret. And I was always training, was always physically training. I was putting in long hours under a rucksack. That's those big backpacks that you wear in the Army, and they're heavy. And that was a lot of my training. So I would go out and hike for hours at a time with that thing, 60 to 80 pounds on my back. I would do these crazy workouts, and I was generally just burning a lot of calories, but I was eating like shit. And that was okay at the time because I was burning all those calories. I was putting in all that work physically. And then, as soon as I got out of the Army and stopped training as much, I still kept the workouts going, like, if that's what you want to call it, I guess. But like, I'd go out and lift in the garage, go for a little jog here and there, a little jog, and I'd go for walks, do things that feel good. I like working out, but I still ate pretty terribly. And of course, once all the calories stopped being burned, then that's when I started putting on the bad weight. And again, I saw that picture of myself. I kind of felt my clothes getting a little tighter over time, but it wasn't until I saw that picture that I really realized that I needed to change my ways because I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way I felt. I wanted to be back where I didn't feel as confident with my weight going up. So I'm a tall guy. I'm just a hair under 6'4", but you know what? We can just call it 6'4", right? So, and I generally kept my weight around like 215, 220 when I was in the Army. And more recently, when I think it was like March, like middle of March, when this realization happened, and I got on the scale and I was 237, and I was just like, oh my god, like, I'm not as strong as I used to be. I'm not as muscular as I used to be, and I am heavier than I used to be. So it's not muscle. My clothes are tighter. I wear at work, I carry weapons and a bunch of all this gear. And so my duty belt is set. It's a very rigid, heavy duty belt that is set to a certain size. And over the course of the past couple of years, I had to loosen it a couple times. And so all of these things just kind of spiraled into this one realization once I saw that picture that I needed to change things. And so what I did was, there's this guy I know who puts out a lot of really good content about healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, working out for effect, not having to spend hours in the gym, but just generally living a healthy lifestyle. And so I reached out to him and I said, "Hey man, let's work together." And yeah, full transparency, paid him some money, but well worth it. I've found that when I am working with somebody else, I do a lot better. And I think that applies to lots of areas of life. That's the case with investing, with real estate investing. I've been a part of a number of coaching programs, masterminds, getting surrounded by like-minded individuals. It's always been a good thing. And so I thought, hey, why not give this a shot? I kind of had that with the Army because I had my group of guys. We were all training for a towards a similar purpose or towards the same purpose to pass Special Forces selection. And I kind of lost that. I used to go to group workout gyms. So bottom line is I got a hold of this guy and I've been working with a coach for the past month and a half or so. It's been going great. So I mentioned I was 237 pounds in mid-March and I'm down to 222 pounds. I've also been keeping track of all my workouts, which is something that I very loosely did in the past, but I've been keeping track of all my weights. I got an app that I use and I'm getting stronger also. So I've dropped these pounds, but the numbers in my big lifts are going way up. So it's been good. It's been a kind of another confidence booster and I feel better. I've actually happily can say that I've had to tighten up some notches on my heavy duty belt that I wear at work. And so all in all, it's a good thing. And what I used to this used to be at the forefront of my mind, but it's kind of slipped away over the past couple of years. And when you feel good physically, everything is better mentally. And when you don't feel good about yourself, when you're eating shitty food, when you are not working out, when you're not getting those endorphins flowing, you lack creativity, you lack focus. And what I'm trying to get at here is if this is you, you can change it. And I would highly recommend using a coach or at a minimum an accountability partner. This is something we talk about a lot in the real estate investing space, having an accountability partner, but this can apply to all areas of life. And when you have somebody else who's holding you accountable, I think ideally it's not just going to be one of your buddies at work or one of your friends down the street who you drink beers with, but somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. So there's plenty of guys like that out there. I would say do some research and hook up with one of them and start making some changes in your life. It's only going to get harder. It's only going to get worse. I can tell you that from my experience over the past month and a half, it's not happening as quickly as it used to. I just turned 37 and it's definitely a longer term play, but again, life is a long term play. So if you want to get healthy, the best time to start is now. And I just can't speak highly enough about how good I feel now versus just a couple of months ago. And all you got to do is just make a few changes, reach out to somebody. If you want to know the guy that I use, hit me up. I'll give you his contact info. Nothing in it for me, but I'm so happy with the program that's happy to share it with you. So, anyways, that's all I got. Get healthy, stay healthy. Take care. See you next time.